Welcome, welcome, one and all, young and old, to the Draw Along Show. I'm your host, Kyle T. Webster, and I'm glad you're here to do some drawing with me. Remember, this is for all ages and all skill levels. The Draw Along Show is for everybody on this planet and any other planets where they happen to be tuning in. As long as you can hold something and make a mark with it, well, guess what? You can draw, okay? Now, as usual, we're going to have a You Draw It portion of the show where we spend about 8 to 10 minutes doing a step-by-step drawing. You follow along, you do it at home, and guess what? You're going to have a finished, wonderful, fun drawing in just a couple of minutes. It's really fun. And after that, today we're going to explore that bookshelf behind me. We're going to do another segment of my favorite books, which we haven't done in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited to show you what I have today. It's a special series of books that you can only get several times a year, sometimes only once a year, depends on when they want to do it. So it's kind of an exclusive, interesting thing, but I'm going to tell you all how to get in on it, and it's going to really up your drawing game, okay? And finally, we'll end with the animal and activity game, where, of course, you in the audience, and when I say audience, I mean the people who are watching over at Behance, not YouTube or Twitter, although I'm glad you're all watching, and you can stay there and camp out as long as you like. But if you want to talk to me and interact in the show and make suggestions for the animal and activity game at the end of the show, or be one of the randomly appreciated audience members during the show, you have to head over to behance.net/live. Okay, speaking of which, let's say hi to some folks. I see Laura is here. Hi, Alma from the Philippines. Hey, what's up, Alma? I've been to Manila 3 times. Loved it. Very cool. Love the Philippines. Froha is here. Hello, hello. RB and Viola. Nice to see you again. And I see Felipe is here as well. Nice of you to join us. Everybody, thank you for being here, and thanks for being ready to draw. To draw, you have to have something to draw with. It could be a pencil, a crayon, a marker, or maybe it could be a reed that you have fished out of a pond, dip it in some mud, and draw all over the walls of your parents' favorite room. It's up to you, whatever you want. What's up, Sam? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, folks, so we're going to get to drawing here, but first, I got to ask you a question. I'm a huge fan of mythology. Love the tales of King Arthur. I got a question for you. Which of King Arthur's knights designed the round table? That was Circumference. Oh, everybody take a deep breath, and yeah, bad joke. And now it's time to draw. So grab something to draw with and let's get cooking. Are you ready? To do these drawings, you have to be able to do 3 simple things. And what are they? A straight line, a zigzag, and a curvilinear line. It could be an S curve, a C curve. You get the idea. If you can do these things, you can follow along with me and you can do the drawing. And I know you can. So let's get started today with a straight line just like that. All right. When I draw a straight line, I'm using Photoshop. I'm able to hold down the Shift key and do these kinds of things. Don't worry about it. If you don't draw a perfectly straight line, it doesn't matter one bit, okay? No judgment. Enjoy these drawings. Do what you can. They're going to be just fine, all right? Now I want you to mark the center of that line and draw up about that far. Pretty good. Now come out to the edge here, and we're going to draw another line, but instead of drawing it straight up, I'm going to angle it out slightly. Check this out. Angle it out slightly. Do the same on this side. Angle it out slightly. There you go. All right, we're off to the races, folks. That your drawing should look like this. Line, 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 line. Simple as can be. All right, next step. You're going to do this. You're going to make a little diamond up here, a little diamond shape. See that? And let's do that all the way around. Okay, these are little parallelograms. They're diamonds. That is the next step. Little diamonds on top of each of those. Then we're going to start over here and just draw straight across. Okay, leave ourselves a little bit of space there. That's the next step. Alrighty, everybody doing okay out there? All right. Next, we're going to start here and we're just going to draw a line that is curvilinear. So this is going to be a C curve, a very shallow C curve, if I might say. So watch this. See that? Do the same thing over here. So we just repeat that 2 times. 1 and a 2. How are you all doing out there? Let me know if you are keeping up. If everything's good. If I'm going too fast, just let me know. Okay? RB, you like that joke? Thanks. What can I tell you? I'm good with the dad jokes. Which doesn't mean that the dad jokes are good. Okay, they're not quite the same thing. All right, gang, let's keep it going. Now, from the left, I'm just going to creep in a hair, okay? Not even halfway to this line. If I had to guess, I'd say I'm going about 1/3 of the way from this little corner here to this center line. Okay, about 1/3, right about here. And I'm going to drop straight on down like so. All right. To the left of that, right where that corner is, I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to stop about here. See that? This line is longer than that line. And as we often do in these drawings, we're going to have some symmetry going on. So I'm going to bounce over to this side, and I'm going to creep in about 1/3 of the way to there, okay, and drop a line down. Same distance as that other one. And then again out here, okay? So we're trying to create some symmetry there, all right? Now, from this center line, we're gonna come down to about here, all righty? About here, which is slightly above halfway, okay? From the top of this line to the bottom of it, okay? So about here. And I'm not gonna do a complete triangle. I want you to watch what I do here. I'm going to start like this, draw a line over, and then draw a line up. So it's like an incomplete triangle. All right? This is what it looks like. Can you all do that? I know you can. Continuing from that bottom line, I'm going to curve it like this, and same on this side. All right? So there's our symmetry again. And we're going to pull those lines down. Pull it down here, and we'll pull it down there. All right, everybody doing okay out there? Now, you know what? I'll make that just a hair longer right there. I'm being picky today. Picky. You ready to make the letter V? We are going to make the letter V from this line to that line. We're going to drop it down like this and up again. So down we go. Right here in the center. See that? These are all lining up. And then we pop it back up again like that. Okay. And right here under this little line we drew, look at the center of that, which is also going to be centered with this. We're going to do a C curve this way and a C curve that way. Okay. There you go. All right. Now to the right and left of our little semi-triangle here, our partial triangle rather. I'm moving over to the right and up a hair, and I'm just going to do this. Little sideways C. And a little sideways C on the other side. Okay? This drawing is filled with symmetry, isn't it? For this outside line here, watch this, a little curve up, like a letter J, like a long letter J. And down here, same thing. I'm going to curve it, but a little longer, okay? And in between, just do another one. Same on this side. Uno, y dos, et trois. All right, catch me speaking French and Spanish, why not? And right here, okay, I'm gonna square this off. Ba-bum, ba-bum. See that? Close off those little gaps. And I think you can see what we're doing here, right? I think you can see what we're doing. Now, just under here, I'm gonna do something that is going to involve some crisscrossy kind of lines, okay? I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna draw down this away, past the center. Notice that. Here's our vertical center. I'm drawing past the center, okay? Now from the other side, I'm gonna draw in, and I'm gonna stop when I get to that other line. See that? I'm drawing in and I'm stopping. Now from here, I'm gonna cross. Okay, so that's crossing that other line, right? And then from here, I'm going to come across and I'm going to keep on going again. See that? And finally, on this side, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to just stop right there. Actually, I'm going to keep that going a little further. Went a little too far there. Sorry, I want to leave a little space there. So right about to the center, there we go. All right, and from the other side, we're going to come down and we're going to leave a little space right there. So we're leaving a little gap here. If you have to erase like I did, go for it. Because there, I want to put a little circle like this. A little circle. So we have this line comes to meet it, right? We repeat that same kind of pattern. All right. Now, we need to do something over on this side to square things off. So watch this. I'm going to come around like this, and come around like this. All right. If you need to pull this line up to meet it, go for it. Okay, it's okay to leave a little space in there though, just like I did. That's perfectly okay. And under this circle, we're going to do this. We're going to draw a line down at an angle. And then to the right, same deal for some symmetry. Okay. And then here on the outside, I'm going to curve this and curve this. So we're creating some shoulders. See that? And then we just have to drop down. Ah. Now the last step, and this is really easy peasy, is a couple of very shallow curves. Starting away from the circle, give a little space, and you do this. You go like that, and then you go like that. Okay? And these are showing me folds in this cape he's got. Okay? Okay, there you go. Now, what do you want to do to make this king your own, to design it however you want? Well, you could change all kinds of things, add all kinds of things. You could add decorations in the crown, little dots and things and jewels. Add, you know, the rest of the body if you wish, right? There are lots of little things. So that is the You Draw It portion of the show for today. There is our friendly king. We know he's a benevolent king. I wouldn't draw any evil folks on this show. All right, although later, you know, this month, of course, we're going to have to draw some evil stuff for Halloween. That's going to be fun. So there you have the king. Okay. Everybody cool with the king? I hope that worked out well for you. Ricardo's is here from Argentina. What's up? Vanessa, you're late, but not too late. You got to see the end of the little draw along section there. Alma, hope you heard my comment about the Philippines from earlier. Been there several times. I think it's really cool that you're watching from there. Thanks for being here. All right, so favorite books. Let's talk about this series of books today that I'm really excited about. And I'm going to show it to you. Here is what we have today. So this is the How to Think When You Draw series of books by the Etherington brothers. How to Think When You Draw. These books are the first of their kind. I've never seen anything like these that really delve into all the kinds of stuff you want to draw when you're trying to make illustrations for comics, for books, for anything. And you're like, wait, how do I draw this particular little thing? And if you can think of it, they have told you how to draw. I am not kidding. I'll just flip to a random page here. Smoke effects. Look at this. Smoke effects. Simple tips and amazing techniques for drawing different kinds of smoke. How about breaking glass? Breaking glass. Who would have thought of that? Jungle plant clusters. Absolutely amazing. Anything you can think of is in this book. Tiki statues, newspapers, caves, rock formations, gems and crystals, various trees. They're broken into excellent chapters: how to draw robots, mechanical details, monster heads, bird heads, monster tentacles, character shapes, angry expressions, hair, more hair, shoes, etc. And folks, the best part is, this is just volume 1. Look how thick that baby is, okay? Look how thick that is. We have volume 2, volume 3, and volume 4. There are 4 of these books in the series so far. Every one is a masterpiece. Now here's the thing. They release these only, I think, once or twice a year on Kickstarter. So what you have to do is you have to go to their website and sign up for the newsletter, and they will give you a little announcement via email to tell you when the next sale comes, and then you can order as many of these as you want, from numbers 1 through 4. If you want just one of them, fine. The whole series, whatever. My kids and I, we all enjoy these so much. We are just using them on a daily basis, and they are absolutely fantastic. So I had to do a little plug for these books. I had to show them to you. They're some of the coolest art books I've ever seen in my life, and you know I collect a lot of art books. So those are the How to Think When You Draw books by the Etherington brothers. Look them up. And best of all, folks, If you don't want the books, these guys are so generous. They have put every single one of these tips online for free. Every one. Every single one. How to think when you draw. Look it up. So, cool to support these folks if you can, but if not, you can still get the content. They are really amazing. Ricardo's asking me what brush I'm drawing with. Ricardo, I'm drawing with a variation of the Doozy Inker, which you can get for free on my Gumroad page. The Doozy Inker. The variation I'm using has a little bit less texture, but it's pretty much the same brush. Hope that answers your question. We are going to move on to the animal and activity game. Now this is where you have to suggest for me an animal doing something strange, funny, weird, bizarre, unexpected, etc. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, you heard that alarm. You know what time it is. It is time for Appreciation Station. Speaking of Ricardo, we are appreciating Ricardo today. Ricardo, do you remember that time where I was in the jousting finals and I had forgotten my armor? Fortunately, you had brought along with you your lifetime lucky collection of soda pop tops and metal shower curtain rings. You never go anywhere without them. So in the hotel room that night, you crafted for me by hand an amazing suit of fitted armor. Very flexible, incredibly amazing, extremely strong. I was able to compete in the joust the final day, and we won! And so, thank you for your ingenuity, and thank you for collecting weird stuff. I appreciate it. Also, I want to know what you did with your half of the prize money. Let us know in the chat. All right, back to the old animal and activity game. You have to suggest for me an animal doing something funny, strange, weird, unexpected, bizarre, etc., and I will try and draw it in the time that we have remaining. Yesterday, we drew a dragon barbecuing. In the past, we've drawn such things as E.T. jumping rope. We have drawn an owl playing a banjo. We've drawn a surfing monkey. You get the idea. So turn on those thinking juices there, and let's see what we come up with today. Going to grab my nice light blue color so I can sketch with that. And now I'm look for your suggestions in the chat. An animal doing something that none of us would expect, okay? The animal and activity game. Ricardo says, wow. What did you do with that prize money, Ricardo? All right, we have a lizard playing guitar, brought to us by Felipe. Thank you, I like that one. A crab playing violin. A lot of musical animals today from RB. Viola says a lion riding a bicycle. A lion? Have we ever drawn a lion on this show? I don't know. We might have to try that one. Well, we did the instruments pretty recently. Why don't we try the lion riding a bicycle? That's gonna be tricky because me drawing a bike in a short amount of time is always a bit of a challenge. But let's see what we can do. Okay. So I'll even try and like get fancy and draw it in 3/4 perspective. How's that sound? All right. Let's get really fancy here. Do this. There we go. Get those wheels a little closer to each other. And we're gonna have that frame here, and up we go. What kind of bike is it? I guess I'll just do like a standard kind of BMX sort of frame or whatever you call it. Yeah, something like that. And we'll come back from there. And we'll bring that lower. There we go. Bring this down. And they're gonna have to have our, actually angle this slightly. There we go. Bring this down. Bring that down to there and back. You got that thing the pedals are attached to. What the heck's that called? I don't even know. I don't know what that's called. All the bikers out there tell me what that's called. The thing that the pedals are attached to. I don't know what that's called. All right, we got one pedal. We'll bring one pedal back this way. And one will come up that way. Is that going to be okay for the legs? Or maybe down this way, more like that? I don't know. Yeah, that might be better. 1 foot, 2 foot. And then we'll have one leg down there and one leg up here. Hands on there, hands on here. So this will be a what do you call it? Anthropomorphized lion, right? Wearing some human clothes. Big lion nose. And lions have manes that go, what is it, all around the head? I can't remember. Something like that. That's lion-like, I suppose. Kind of lion-like. All right, got that front tire right there. Some spokes and whatnot. Back tire right there. Let's clean that up a bit so I can see it when I do my drawing. One leg there. The other leg back behind the frame. There, behind that wheel. And I hope this makes sense. I hope this kind of does the trick. Let's see. I have him wearing a tie and it's like blowing that way. Okay. Got a few minutes left. Let's see if I can tie it all together. What do you think, gang? Can I do it? Do we have the time? Let's hope so. Knock it back. Grab my darker blue color here and make a new layer. And let's draw our lion here. There we go. And yeah, I think that kind of looks like a lion. Maybe a lion with like a nicely styled haircut or something. You know, as far as lion haircuts go. What do I know? All right, let's get that big fat paw on the handlebars there. Down, over, and up. Another paw. Whoops. Right there. And what is this called in the front? The fork? Is that what you call the thing that holds the wheel in place? Is it the fork or something? I don't know. I think that's what it's called. I know that ellipse is ugly, but you know, I'm pressed for time, so sorry guys. You know, can't all be perfect when I'm trying to knock it out in just a few minutes. So let's get this leg coming forward here. And this other leg right there. So that one pedal is up and the other one is, this is a logistical nightmare. I tell you, when you're trying to figure out bike parts and stuff. Jeez. Why did I do this one? Why, folks? Torture. I like to torture myself. No, really what I want to do is I want to challenge myself. I think that's a better way to look at it, right? There we go. Let's get that other tire back there. And around we go, and back, and throw some spokes in there. And we'll get that arm right there, and up, and the other arm. And there's that coat flapping behind him. And I think we did it. Ah, just in time, just in time. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Tomorrow's my master class. We're going to look at the new brush set, Fall 2021. Join me then, 4 p.m. Eastern. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Everybody please be kind, and I'll say ciao for now.